Cincinnati, CBSMiami, AP, scoring runs is proving to be a difficult task for the Miami Marlins so far this season. The Cincinnati Reds were happy to welcome the scoring-challenged Marlins as they were also going through a rough patch. For 2 days, Yasiel Puig sat and watched the Reds finally emerge from their deep slump. He felt pressure to do something important in his first game back. Puig returned from a 2-game suspension and doubled home a pair of runs, helping Cincinnati complete a reinvigorating 3-game sweep of the Miami Marlins with a 5-0 victory on Thursday. The Reds entered the series with 8 straight losses and the worst record in the NL. They came away with their first 3-game sweep of the Marlins at Great American Ballpark since 2010. Puig watched the Reds play better without him while taking the first 2 games of the series. "I don't want to come back," he said. "My team gets better with myself out. I said I need to hit something." Most of the 11,192 fans were chanting Puig's name after he ran into the outfield wall unsuccessfully trying to grab a foul in the first inning, and again in the 5th when his double off Pablo Lopez 1-2 put the Reds up 4-0. He also got his first stolen base. Puig missed the first 2 games of the series as punishment for his role in an on-field confrontation with the Pirates at PNC Park on Sunday. Eugenio Suarez had 3 hits, including a solo homer, as the Reds got the better of a matchup 2 of the NL's worst defenses. Marlins have scored the fewest runs in the league, 34. The Reds came in with the worst batting average, .194, despite a 14-0 win in the second game of the series. Cincinnati scored 21 runs while sweeping the series, matching its total for the first 9 games. "Baseball's crazy," Puig said. "We're losing a lot of games back-to-back, and now we sweep the Marlins." Miami managed only 12 hits and 1 run in the series. On Thursday, the Marlins got only 1 runner into scoring position. "It's hard to explain," manager Don Mattingly said. "I know we're better than this. I don't think we're going to be a great offensive team, but I know we're better than this." Robert Stevenson, 1-0, got the victory in relief of starter Sonny Gray, who finally got a run but still couldn't get a win because of an injury. Gray grew up a Reds fan and attended his first major league game at Great American. The Reds obtained Gray in a trade with the Yankees after he agreed to a deal adding $30.5 million from 2020 to 22. Cincinnati was blanked 5-0 and 2-0 in his first 2 starts. Miguel Rojas' line drive hit Gray on the left calf in the second inning. He limped around the mound through a few practice pitches, and stayed in the game for 2 more innings before leaving. "It's unclear whether he'll have to miss a start. It was a great series for us," Gray said. "We needed to come back home and win some games." Joey Votto had a pair of opposite field singles against an infield shift that figured in both of Cincinnati's rallies, including an RBI in the 5th. Trainers room Marlins catcher Jorge Alfaro won't change how he sets up behind the plate to avoid being hit. He was conked in the head in each of the first 2 games of the series by batters follow through on a swing, leaving him momentarily stunned. "I like to be close to the plate," he said Thursday. Reds outfielder Phillip Ervin will be Cincinnati's extra player for a 2-game series in Mexico against the Cardinals. Teams are allowed to bring an additional position player for the series. Running interference, Miami's Wes Brinson struck out in the second and was called for interference, resulting in a double play. Brinson stepped on the plate after his swing, interfering with catcher Curt Casale's throw to second base as Miguel Rojas tried to steal. Rojas was called out, too. Coming up, empty Brinson fanned 4 times on Wednesday night and 2 more times on Thursday. Things unraveled. Lopez allowed only 4 singles over the first 4 innings. The Reds put together a walk, Votto's RBI single and Puig's 2-run double, all with 2 outs in the 5th. "I started having trouble with my breaking ball and changeup," Lopez said. I felt like I was yanking my changeup a little bit instead of just letting it go and letting the natural movement work. Up next, Marlins, Sandy Alcantara, 1-0, faces Philadelphia's Jake Arrieta, 1-1, as Miami begins a 9-game homestand. Reds have a day off in Monterrey before playing the Cardinals at Estadio de Baseball Monterrey on Saturday. Tanner Roark, 0-0, will oppose Adam Wainwright, 1-0. Copyright 2019 CBS Broadcasting Inc. All rights reserved. The Associated Press contributed to this report.